Hi guys, Matt from the Big River here. I'm doing something different than an unboxing today. We're gonna do, well, I am gonna unbox something. I'm gonna put together a little kit and have some fun with it. I'm gonna invite you guys to come along. We're working in our new Aquascape area, our workstation here. Come check it out. Alrighty, well, I got my tank out and we're gonna decide what we're gonna do with it. I've got a whole bunch of cool stuff wandering around here. I've got all kinds of things, but I don't know for sure what's gonna fit in there. So I can grab my tank and set it here and set stuff in, but that kind of gives me anxiety because I'm worried I'm going to scratch up my tank. And I don't always have my tank with me. So I put these marks here to make it easy for you to just get an idea. Okay, I got 12 inches on that side, and then this guy's giving me 8 inches. I think when you're here, if it was not filming, I'd probably use the corner, but I want to use the very center of my workspace. So I'm going to cheat and use a little bit of tape here and give me my edges. It's a nice part about having a workspace, as we can adjust it to make sense for what we're trying to do. And it's close enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can just put some corners in here. And get an idea how much space we're working with to do our scape in. There you go. I can even lay the thing down and get an idea of a depth too if I want to. So that one's about to there, about 2 inches over. Don't necessarily, well, maybe you do want it to actually stick out of the tank. Really depends on what you want. Let's grab some pieces. I want this piece. All right, that's not gonna work for my next scape. Let's got some of this Asian driftwood in this weekend. Here's a little piece. It's cool, but I'm not sure how I'd want to set it up. Maybe I want 2 pieces. I could set it up like that. Of course, get one of those. Okay, that's too big too. You see the diagonal, that's not going to fit in that tank unless I have it up. And if I want to do the height on it, it doesn't give me the diagonal, but I can see that maybe if I really worked at it, I could get in there, but it's really just too big. This other piece, on the other hand, is overwhelmed in there by itself. But again, if I use it as a tandem, that might be pretty cool. I do a whole lot of wood in there. I don't know. That's starting to look jumbled. I found this one a little while ago. I like that hole in it. It's got some real character. Maybe it's a little bit long because it's going to be about that 12 inches by the time you get that into. But if we move that maybe like that, we got some room. Maybe push that in there. And try one of these other pieces. I like this as a tandem piece. Maybe like that. That's pretty cool. Oh, I like that pretty good. I really like the character of this piece too, though. Laying down it'd be kind of dumb, but if you had it sitting up, locked in and sitting up, that would be a really neat piece. I think I like that a lot. All right, let's go with that. Found this little guy when I was rummaging around. I think I need him in my aquascape. He's got the funny little face. He's got a bubbler too. It's fun. So if I put him there and them there, and we double check our height on this, our height works. So I think that works. Got this sitting here, so we'll go ahead and see if I still agree. We've got that filter box in there is taking up a little more space than I may have anticipated, though. I can move that from side to side if I really want to. I don't know. Looks pretty cool. All right. Well, there's the scaping part. We've decided what's going to go. Oh, wait a second. We got part of the hardscape here. Got that guy there. Goes inside. And I've got these round rocks here. They kind of go with the same theme as that little fella. What do you think? Perfect. Maybe one up there. Get the stack thing going on. Maybe a third one. Maybe I need one more. Kind of brings that guy in. He needs googly eyes. All right, we have a scape. I love it. I should take a picture of that so I remember what I did. Leave this all locked together so I don't forget it. And now we're going to get some product. I chose some Aqua Scaping soil by Aquavitro and some the Midnight River by CaribSea as my substrates. We have lots of different ones to choose from. Those just happen to be the ones I chose today. We'll pour in a nice little bed of aqua soil. I always get asked just how much do you need, and I think if you got 10 hobbyists, you get 10 answers to that. Whether it's a really deep bed or a really shallow bed, if you're happy with it, I guess you did it right. Deep bed will give you some anaerobic activity in the bottom, which is got a positive and a negative. If you have an anaerobic bed, it can help convert your nitrates to nitrogen gas and let it bubble out of your system, which is good, but if it gets disturbed and released all at once, it can toxify your fish. So if you're not going to disturb your bed like in a very heavily planted tank, then maybe that'll work just fine for you. I also get questions about whether or not to do a cap on top of the planted substrate, and I will tell you that's very much a personal preference also. I was talking to CChem a couple years ago, and they were adamantly against the idea. They tell me how that causes the anaerobic beds that we're trying to not cause. And while I'm sure scientifically speaking they're correct, they're going to get better experience with their product without a cap. Not everybody wants to look at the planted substrate, so we have lots of different ways. I've seen people do media bag so that they can change it out and that it stays unmixed with their other substrate that they're looking for. It's a really nice surface of the moon flat. Let's see if we do anything. I think I'll use my other stuff to create. Maybe over just a little bit. Use my hardscape and such to make my difference here, rather than trying to do it with mounds of substrate that won't want to stay that way anyway. Let's see. Looks like I got less room on this corner than I thought because these were over farther. I could maintain one of these or just put it back here. Actually, I kind of like that. And here we have our finished product. We got our little guy in the corner. We're all ready for a Pacific Northwest stream look with those nice little boulders.